What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I figured I would take some time, see how everybody doing, okay? Y'all can ride with me real quick while I go do something. I know my dashboard about to go crazy in a second here. Let me see. Let me give Hercules a sip. Hercules be thirsty 24 hours a day. I don't know, man. I'm not giving them no real money, man. This place right here, they want too much money for gas. These is crooks, man. I mean, I'm just gonna say it is what it is. They crooks. They crooky. Ain't nowhere else in the city of Buffalo gas this expensive. Sad. I'm gonna just that's why. Let me give y'all some advice. When y'all go to a place, if you're driving, you should have some type of idea of what the closest gas station to you is, the furthest, and what the price of the gas is at any one of them locations. You know what I'm saying? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Oh, you're eating? Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. I was gonna shake the hand. Oh, y'all got shoes for sale now? Oh.
Man, I was here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a coffee, and I'm gonna get a little Danish. You know, feel like I'm from them. Danish is a derivative of. Here we go. Danish is a derivative of what you call it? Denmark? Is that where that comes from? I'm not sure. Oh man. But yeah, nowhere really in the city of Buffalo do you got gas. It's $3.20 a gallon. The only time you got that kind of gas price is when it's like no gas station nowhere nearby. 5-mile radius, 6-mile radius, something like that, you know. Then, you know, you'll find those kind of prices. Damn, look at this damn mailman, hold on. This motherfucker big as hell, watch this, hold on, y'all.
We see they don't have to come to Buffalo. They don't have it. Eventually.
That motherfucker tall as hell. White boy tall as hell. And I bet you can't play a lick of basketball. I bet you he couldn't do it when he was younger either. But I think Danish derives from Denmark, maybe? I don't know. I know it ain't a place in the world called Danish land or nothing like that, so a little bit of cream, I don't really need it, but. All right.
She called me at 5 in the morning. I answered.
Now I know that a lot of y'all probably like, hey, what's going on? What happened to Terrorland? And all I'm gonna say is a lot has happened. A lot. And the majority of it is hinging upon my mom was sick for 6 months, intensive care 6 months, and that threw everything for a loop. That threw everything in a tailspin. So, let me see. 7. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to this part. Let me get to this part real quick. So how you doing, brother? That's good. What is that, 7? That's for pump number 7. Yeah. And how much this? Oh, Sadaka? Shukran. How much? One, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that is right. Let me get one. I'm gonna get a crossword puzzle thing. Hold on, let me see. All right, I will see you again later. I'll come back, okay? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Oh, I done spilled my coffee on the lid. All right, y'all. Y'all still with me? Okay. Where else you gonna go? Right? Ain't nowhere to go. Okay, hold on. Let me make some quick adjustments here. Get this gas flowing. Yo, last time I hit the expensive ass gas by mistake. Oh man, I was like, with the gas prices the way they is right now, oh my god. At least what the gas station that I was in. At least that gas station that I was in. Hold on, let me get all this stuff in here. Okay, hold on. As long as it give me enough gas to where I don't gotta immediately go back to the gas station after I leave here, I'm good. I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh, you got that big truck, you better hold on to that thing. You gotta hold on to that. Otherwise, I know. Now let's do like this. Let's see what we got here. Still saying the same thing. Okay. So my mom, There's no way. I ain't worried about it. It'll correct itself. Because I think that's what it was saying before I even came outside. But yeah, so Taro slowed down because of that. And then almost like at the same time, you know, my then wife had her birthday. I was trying to balance out a lot of different things, you know, while going through a lot on my own. I was trying to balance out a lot of shit. At the end of the day, I felt like the whole time I was sleeping next to somebody that was only taking. That's it. Just taking. Every time I turn around, something is like, you know, I gotta do something, or there was a lack of trust. This person, I just felt like, no. I was advised by God to close that cycle. And when I did, yeah, the doors opened up. I'm sorry because Man, I love that girl more than anything. Anything? Anything. But love is not enough to hold the situationship together. Love is only enough to let you know that you definitely, will do what you can to see to it that a person lives to see another day. Because the emotional pain of law is devastating. So nobody wants that. But, oh shit. But it just became a little overwhelming. I just felt like while I'm going through all of this person does not offer no support, no comfort, no nothing. I'm just laying next to a warm person, every night. That's what it seemed like. So I had to let it go. I had no choice. Let it go. And I did that. And although it was painful, I had to do it. It was that decision that you make when otherwise you would not have made that decision under any other circumstance. Sometimes it's that decision, that one decision, that's holding you back from everything. Now, had she had stood 10 toes down while I was going through that, all the way up to the bitter end, had she had turned and faced me and said, I'm not going nowhere. We're going to do this together. What do you need me to do? Had she had stood up to the plate, she would still be here. She would still be here. She never stands up for me. She never stand up for me. She stand up for everybody else. And so her family would used to think he's keeping her away from us. No. Her family would call and she'd be like, why are you even telling me? I don't care. I don't got nothing to say to him. And I'd be like, oh, okay. I knew our family was sending me the evil eye the whole time. But I don't care. You know why? Because when you're good to others, when you're good to the children, God bless you enormously. I ain't talking about fake good. You can't fake what's in your heart. You gotta be genuine and sincere. So, was that genuine sincerity? Those are the keys, my friend, to paradise. Genuine sincerity. Verily, it is your heart that unlocks the gates of heaven. It's your heart. It's your heart, baby. It is. It's your heart. And so, while God sent me to this woman to save this woman from calamities, that she watched play out right in front of her eyes. So she knew I wasn't lying. She knew I was the truth. With that being said, I find it so devastating to learn that you knew God sent me to you and you still play games. So now what do you think happens? Think about that. Something to think about. Hold on. Hey, big guy. Big guy. All right. Okay. Now look. With that being said, just some of the reasons why I was delayed. There's just some of the reasons why I was delayed from coming, visiting, and giving y'all that magical finesse that I also often do. That's why though when I walk looking like you, just trying to. Oh, I am pleased to announce that I have met Terry Lynn and have become very fond of her. For those of you who don't know who she is, just know that from this day forward, until I get married to her, I'm gonna call her the Queen of Thrones. If you can read my destiny, unbeknownst to you, you are chosen. That means that your heart is in the right place. That means I could have you for a wife if that's what I want. You gotta want it too. God don't take away your free will. It's a choice. Now, my last wife knew that if she was to be with me, that there would be some astronomical amount of wealth that would be bestowed upon us. Unfortunately, she chose the other direction. She was in it for the wrong reasons. She was in it for the purpose of being in it, you know, and that is where things took a turn. That's where everything took a turn. So, you know, this other woman, I don't know that she knows that. I'm not sure. I know she definitely read me, and I went from an average person to king immediately. And then that's what she refers to me as, king. And I like it. She called me a king. Now, of course, I'm not a king, but I like the fact that she put respect on my name. See, not everybody will be able to look at cards and be able to tell, like, you can't pick up a deck of cards and think you're going to be able to read my destiny. You're not going to be able to do it. God is not, you're forbidden from being able to read it. The only people who could read it would be people that would be eligible to be my wife. If you could be my wife, you can read the cards. And I knew a long time ago that my wife, my true divine spouse, would be someone who could read into me. She doesn't have to be around me to know what's going on. And the woman that I had married, I asked her, I said, what is my fortune and fame for 2026? You know what she said? How would I know that? And I reminded her. I said, if you belong to me, you should know how to read. If your heart hasn't been closed off to me, even if you don't know how to read cards, God would have answered that question for her. He would have put the words in her mouth for her to say it to me. He didn't put no words in her mouth. He didn't put no words in her mouth. He didn't put no words in her mouth. And I took that as a cycle closed. And then, without saying the cycle is closed, which is sad because when the cycle closes for her, because she came in, lied, cheat, steal, played games, never came back to fix anything, never, came back to repay anything, didn't even have, the common courtesy to, be like, let me think about you for the holiday. Let me think about, this or that. She didn't do that. She told me she was out shopping for presents, but she never said that I got you something. You gonna come pick it up? She never said that. And I never said to her that I got you something. I've given to her, I almost said all her life. I've given to her as long as I've known her. And it is what it is. So with that being said, a lot has changed. A lot will continue to change. And these are things that I am not afraid to encounter or approach. My Lord has given me patience and balance in areas where most people would have given up. I don't give up, I keep going. And in, certain situations I go harder than ever. So with that being said, it is what it is. But due to a lot of technical difficulties, this is why I have kind of been missing in action. So as long as y'all can forgive me, I guess we good. Now let's get back to the Queen of Thrones. This woman, on the eyes, easy not the word. That is God's perfection. Now, I have not married this woman, so obviously I have not slept with her. And it's a lot of girls, they don't understand me. They be throwing the thing at me and everything. One girl pulled my pants down. She pulled my pants down. I had on sweatpants. She pulled my pants down, pulled her pants down and bent over and pulled the cheek over. I'm not lying to you. She did that. I pulled my pants up and pulled her pants up too. I was like, it don't work that way. I'm talking about, this is what I be in, this is what I be going through. I'm not lying. And what is this? That's a Alexa broke down, hey, that's a Dodge, baby. So I don't look at her in lust. I don't do that. All I know is that if I crack that can of paint open, if she let me, if she will allow me to, I'm gonna marry her. I'm gonna help her reorganize her situation so it works for her. It's better for her. And I am going to get the king and the queen out the oven as I'm supposed to. And that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, what you call it? That is, every time I think about her, I get stuck with all of the wonderful possibilities that could exist. I do. I get stuck. I'll be like, oh my goodness. See, in most cases, where I know that a woman is, totally compatible, I'd be like, I'd be like apprehensive. I'd be like, a little withdrawn on how I should approach the situation, because, people say anything to get where they want to be in life. I don't say anything. I don't waste my time, and anybody that know me, they know that one thing I don't do is, I don't got no game. I don't got no game for nobody. And I don't play no games with nobody. I just don't do it. I just don't do it. I don't get them. I don't do it. So, with that being said, a lot of times I wonder what it would be like to go run down on her. Which, if the opportunity presents itself soon, which, I could go to her right now if that's what I wanted to do. But I wouldn't. But the reason I wouldn't is because before I do anything like that, I would have to make sure that for sure she understands what our future is, since she can read. And with that being said, I would have to double confirm that she agreed to it. I would have to double confirm that she agrees to it. If you can't agree to the mission this time, I'm not touching it. Why? Because I did it before, allowing somebody to operate under blind faith, and blind faith turned into big disaster. So I wouldn't do it. I would not take somebody and bring them into the situation, and I just wouldn't do it. And don't get me wrong, my last wife, she definitely had God's favor, and when I saved her, she was safe. But because the street was more important than God's favor, she got what she wanted, the street. She got what she wanted, which was the street. And when the street becomes your God, when parties and celebrations become your God, then that's what you got. And you don't have me. So, with all of that being said, I just want to say, Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night. At least for right now, y'all. I'm going to catch up with you guys again very soon. And I'm going to just drop a series of videos, bang, 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 like that. So this way, once I hit the market again, it is what it is. Now, as for where I live, because, you know, that situation with the Queen of Thrones, that is at the stage where, you know, we still singing that song, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. So, since we're still at that stage, meanwhile, back at the ranch, you know, I got somebody that I used to deal with once upon a time who has stepped in to pick up the slack where the other one left off. And I will say that that girl is trying very hard. I will give her credit where credit is due. She's trying very hard to show maturity, growth, you know, to prove that she is a formidable opponent. The only way I would be able to give her a chance is if either, number one, she understood that the Queen of Thrones will always be my primary objective in the here and in the now. And then number two, that, you know, I cannot marry her because I'm going to wait for the game for the Queen of Thrones. So I cannot marry her, but what I can do is I can accept her for who she is and for what she is, and the role that she will play. I can take that, but I cannot put her in a position where it could possibly or potentially block the Queen of Thrones. I can't do that. That would be a violation of what you humans call spiritual law. So that's what you want to call it. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace.